What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to talk about the latest headphones from Dyson, which is the Dyson Ontrac. Now if you guys remember, the Dyson released another pair of headphones 2 years ago which looked really ridiculous compared to these ones. They had some air purifier in the front, looked something like from the future, and they were way too expensive. I think they were around $1,000, something like that. And yeah, these cost $450 by the way. And we are going to compare them to the Airpods Max. But so I got this like 2 weeks ago, which was perfect, and that was before I was going on a trip to Berlin, so I had a chance to try them out on a busy train, busy airport, and on a flight to really see what the sound is and how good the ANC is and how good the transparency mode is. So I had both of these with me, by the way, to really try them out, compare them side by side, to see which one is better. By the way, these are like almost 5 years old soon, so that was a good chance to see if I need a new replacement for these and if it's gonna be something like this instead. Now, we did a comparison between, like I said, the ANC, the sound, and the transparency mode between these two. And before we go into that, let me just talk about the exterior of these. Now, if you're not into those flashy stuffs, like I am partly into those flashy stuff, but these are way too flashy. Like, as you can see, as soon as the sun hits them, you are gonna blind some people, because these copper, especially this copper, I don't know how the other kind of colors are, like the metal or whatever that is called, but these, as soon as the sun hits them, you can see that they will hurt people watching, staring right at them. So, but the cool part is that you can change these to any color you want. Any color scheme you want, you can just order different colors. Like these, you can just squeeze, turn them, and you can take these off and be done with those colors. And you can also turn, oh my god, take these out and change whatever. Like I said, there are many different color schemes that you can turn these headphones into, which is pretty cool compared to something like this, because I think you can just change the air cups and the headband, I think, with these. So that is something pretty cool from Dyson that they have. Let me just put this back in. Like that, and we're back with the headphones. Now, when it comes to the exterior of these, there are some major difference between these two, and that is that these are top heavy, these are bottom heavy. And what I mean by that is that these has the batteries on each side of the head. Well, there was one battery here and one battery here, so these will be a little bit tiring of having on top of your head. Not much, but compared to something like this, these are bottom heavy, so the batteries is on each side of the head, whatever the cups or whatever they're called. So if you have the Airpods Max, and you know what I'm talking about, that when you're watching a movie, after a little while you will get tired to having them on your ears, and you will need to take them off to let your ears have a little break from having these on. Compared to something like this, you will mostly feel it on top of your head, not so much around your head. So I could have this for a longer period of time compared to the Airpods Max. When it comes to the ANC, I would say that the ANC on these are way better than the Dyson, and Dyson has said that these are one of the best in the market. I would not agree on that. The ANC on the Airpods Max are still better than these, but of course these are not better than the Sony XM5s and Bose and those other brands, but these are still better than the Dyson. So if that's something you're wondering, these are still the champ between these two. And when it comes to the transparency mode, Apple has one of the best transparency mode, what I think, when I have compared them to the Sony XM5s and other brands. So I think that Apple is on top when it comes to the transparency mode. And when it comes to the sound between these two, I would say that these are 20% weaker on the sound maybe even 25 up to 30% weaker on the sound when it comes to comparing them with the AirPods Max, because I would say that the only cool part about these headphones when it comes to the sound is that you have your own app, so you can go into the app and change the bass and treble to whatever fills your needs, so to say. But when it comes to the sound, I would still go with this. And by the way, I don't know if you guys are the same, but when I buy a new pair of headphones, I look for a new pair of headphones to replace my old ones, because I'm not the one to keep 20, 30 or whatever, how many pair of headphones at home. So I'm always looking to find a new replacement from my old ones. Like I tested out the Sonos Ace. I was not really satisfied with those. I'm gonna wait a couple of months before I try them out again, because with Sonos you need to have a little bit upgrades before the product sounds a little bit better than they should be at launch. But these, I have been satisfied with these ever since I bought them like 4 years ago. So yeah, what my conclusion is that these are not going to be a replacement for any of my headphones for now. I didn't really like them. The only thing I liked about these is, like I said, that you can have them on a, like this is how they will look on your head. But I didn't like the sound, I didn't like the ANC, I didn't like the transparency mode on these. The only thing, like I said, I felt was pretty good was how they felt on my head. The cushion on top, there's a cushion on top, I don't know if I forgot to talk about that, but that makes a whole lot of difference when it comes to having them on your head, so I really like that. But I'm still gonna keep my AirPods Max. I'm gonna wait for the AirPods Max 2. Maybe they will release something like that this year, who knows. It's been like 5 years, and I hope that Apple releases something new to try out to maybe replace these. Now I am into those Sony XM5. I think they look nice, but since I have these, but yeah, I already made up my mind. I'm not gonna keep these. I'm gonna return the Dyson Ontrac, mostly because the price is also way too high. These are not worth $450. I would say that these are worth maybe $250, maybe $300 at max. But $450 for these, no, I would never pay $450 for a pair of these kind of headphones. Like, I bought these during COVID, and these were down at, I think it was $350, brand new from the store. So these were definitely worth the price. Not the price that they have now, back to retail when it launched. I think it's around $550, something like that, for this pair of headphones. So yeah guys, if you have these headphones and you want to know what the difference is between these two, and if these are a good replacement for something like this, I would say no. I would say save your money from these Dyson Ontracs, because they don't sound anything close to what these sound to the things I tested them out. Especially when it comes to that ANC, I think that these were weak when you, especially if you're going on a train to commute, on a bus or something like that to work every day, and you want that privacy on your ears when you listen to music. These will do an okay job, but you will be disappointed with what with the ANC and the transparency mode on these. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. If you have the Dyson Ontrac, comment down below what you think about them, and if you have compared them to something like this, I would love to know your opinion, if you know, and if you think that I'm right about my opinion between these two headphones or not. And of course, as always, subscribe, like, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.